Hey guys, Midnight Katana here. Making sure I'm recording so I'm not sitting here talking for no reason. Today I'm actually going to go over Soraka's gameplay update. Now, if I sound a little tired, it's because I am. You could probably see in that corner. It's 6 in the morning. I haven't even slept yet. So, also, there might be some weird echo because I'm not in my normal recording spot. So, if that's bothering you guys, I'm sorry. But I'll figure it out if I can record here ever anyway. But anyway, now, this is something that the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm kind of really interested in this. I feel like this can either make Soraka more viable as a support, but I also feel like it's kind of changing what she was or is. So, let's just start going over stuff. Base stat changes, I guess I don't know really what they're changing there. I mean, I guess I could look them, blah, that shows right there. Not really much to talk about that. I don't really know how that affects anything. It looks like she's gotten more resistances. Let's just close that. She gets a new passive. Before her passive, let's just retro right over here. Her health and mana strong abilities are 1% more powerful for every 2% missing. Basically, the lower you are, the more she heals. And she's always been seen, at least by me, as the main healer in the game. She's the healer. Like, if there's any one person in League that you'd think of as being the white mage of League, it was Soraka. So now she gains bonus movement speed when running towards people who are below 40% health. And also she gets bonus resistance based off of her... Wait, no, she gets... What is it? They're replaced by ability power. That's what it is. So basically she gets ability power from armor and magic resistance. So it makes her tankier, quite a bit tankier, and it still gives her AP from it, which is quite. I mean, I can see that being very good in the fact that she's a support. So typically she's going to build defensively, so she's not eaten, and she can support her team. And with the changes on her heal, this might help a lot better. And would you keep that held down? Damn it, computer. So there's that. There's a little. This is what it looks like. This is the visual. If there's a person below 40, it shows you the little icon. It shows you where they are. You get the little particle effects. That's the range of the speed boost, though essentially the little indicator is global, so you will see the little arrow when somebody's below 40%. So in a way, it helps with your ult. So just keep that in mind. That can help a little bit. I do feel like it's gonna nerf her heals a lot, and this is PBE stuff, so I mean this might change. I just wanted to go over it now, just because it's really interesting to me right now. And then her Q, Star Call, is now an AoE thing, kind of like Xerath's. I think it's his W. Yeah, I think it's his W. And now, basically, you target an area, so like this, and I'll scroll up so you guys can read this while I'm yammering if you want. And it gives basically it's an AoE damage thing. It does blah 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 damage. The scaling on it, I want to say it's worse. Yeah, the scaling on it went down a little bit. And I don't think you reduce the cooldown anymore on your heal when you hit people with it. And you don't shred magic. You don't shred magic resistance anymore with it. So there's some things to note right there. The center, this little spot right here, people take 150% damage, so that's a little bit more damage. And so I mean that's good to know. And also it falls quicker. The shorter or the closer it is to you, and it falls slower the farther away it is to you. And the particle effects on it look really cool. So I kind of like how that changed. I wish it was more of a damaging ability, but I mean she is a support, so I mean it is more utility. But I'd like to see her be somewhat of a mage at least at some point. Her W has changed quite a bit. Now it costs some of her health, which it's interesting because now she hurts herself to heal people, and she cannot cast it if she has 5% health. I think the ratio went up on it. Yeah, the ratio went up on it quite a bit. It used to be 35, and now it's what, 0.6? So that's 6% or 60%, which is quite a bit bigger. And that helps quite immensely with her passive being changed. And I didn't actually realize it went up that much. I thought it was different than that, but that's quite a bit of a boost to AP. So if you do build her AP, her heals should still be really, really big, if not bigger. But she cannot heal herself with them. However, she gets a passive that her Star Call will heal herself, and that'll be based on her missing health. And that's based off of her old heal scaling, which is 40%. Actually, it's a little bit better than that. So that makes it more utility for her heal. I'm kind of liking that a little bit better. This thing needs to go away. And sorry if that keeps bothering you guys. It's bothering me too, and I don't really want to change my color scheme for a couple seconds just to do a video. That shouldn't be that long. Then this one is a big change in my opinion. Now let's just look at her old one. It was infuse, and you gave mana to people, or you could damage an enemy and silence them. Now she is no longer a mana battery. If this stays, then Soraka is no longer a mana battery. One of the big things that Soraka was always, in my opinion, one of the bigger things to her character. Like, not her character design, but her kit, as it was in the olden times, and what she was used for, before this possible, PvE thing, because it is subject to change, I'm sure. But now it's just an AoE silence, so think of it as a smaller Victor ult that has a shorter cooldown, which, in a team fight, that is immense. That is a really, really, really immense thing, and they're also rooted when the zone disappears. And that can go up to 2 seconds. That is a really, really big thing. I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, it would help with ganks when she's a support, so it adds a lot more utility and crowd control to her. So no longer is she just a sustain support. She's not, I'm going to sustain you with everything you'll ever need, and basically the laning phase will never end so long as I'm here. Now she has some kill potential, I could say. Because silencing enemies, especially like the enemy support, typically supports rely on their abilities a lot more. And if you silence them, they can't do anything really to affect you. And, if they stay in it, then they're snared for quite a long time. And this probably would be what you max as a support Soraka now. Unless you just want to sustain it out, then you'd max your heal. And this actually, as much as I hate it, I also really like it. I hate it because Soraka's no longer a mana battery. Let's just get that in the open. I mean, unless they put that on her W, which I doubt it. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I read it right the first time. So yeah, it doesn't give anyone mana, so she's no longer a mana battery. Now, apparently, no champion can give other champions mana. That's just saddening, I guess. It's a cool thing that I liked Soraka having. But now, she has a lot more utility. Her R didn't really change. It's still the same thing, which is cool, but now her R has its power is increased if the champion's below 40% health. So in other words, if your passive shows up and you see that little arrow pop up or whatever, or you see your little passive speed boost pop up or whatever, you still have to have map awareness. But if you see that happen and you press your wish, it'll be more powerful. So just know that. Let's see the AP scaling. I don't have these memorized. So it's the same AP scaling. I don't think anything changed. Let's see, the cooldown stayed the same. It just didn't really change anything for her ult. It just changed that now it's stronger when her 40% thing is up. And then there's some, some visual stuff. Just for Dryad, Soraka has a little bit of visual difference. So I'm wondering what you guys think about this, because I like it, but I don't. I feel like it's changing a lot of what I find were the key identifying features of Soraka. She heals people for a crop ton, which, I mean, that might be the same. That might even go up higher. She has a silence, and she can give people mana. She's a mana battery. And at the same time, I'm glad because as supports go, supports support 80 carries. They support people who do attack damage. But I feel like beforehand she would do way better being an AP carry support person, people who do magic damage, because she gave mana, so that's something big for, like, let's say a mid laner. She'd be good at supporting a mid laner, because if you give people mana and then they can spam their abilities, you shred magic resistance, so that means they'll do more damage, and I mean, a heal is useful in any situation. So I mean, I think she would have done, as of how she is now, she's probably a better AP carry support than she is an AD carry support. But after this, she's she is getting huge utility buffs. I mean, her new Star Call, does in fact give a slow too, by the way, if they get hit by the center thing. So that's a big thing too. She's just gaining a lot of utility, and I like it. I like it about her. Overall, I think I'm actually looking forward to this a lot more than I thought it was a couple seconds ago. Not a seconds ago, but like when I first went through this. I've gone through it a couple times, and I'm liking it a lot more now that I'm like more the more I think about it. I really do have to say I miss her mana giving ability. I wish they could like do something where she would give mana to people or something, but that would probably overpower her kit. Like it might already be overpowered, but anyway, I'm just throwing this out here. You guys can easily go on to this surrender at 20, PvE update, blah. Just, I mean, the way I googled it was Soraka update, I think. And then obviously I pulled up this wiki page to check to what's really changed. In fact, it's right here too. So you could just go onto the wiki if you want. But anyway, I got a little side distracted right there. But let me go know what you guys are thinking about this. I mean, if there's any Soraka mains that watch my videos, I mean, I know that like barely anyone watches these, but if on the rare occasion you're watching these and you're a Soraka main, what do you guys think? Do you think this is a buff? Do you think this is a nerf? Do you think this is changing Soraka like in general? I will say that one thing. I wish that her Q could be more mage worthy. Like I wish that she could be more of a mage type character as well. I mean, I know she's mainly a support, but I kind of wish that she could be a little bit of a mage too, kind of like how Karma, for instance, is a support first, but she can be a mage, and when she's a mage, she's actually really fun. I just like being able to do multiple things with the same character, which I mean you still can, but I feel like it's not going to be as effective, which I guess is what Riot's going for. But anyway, that's my only qualm about this, is I wish her Star Call would do more damage and had a little bit better scaling, but it does seem to have some pretty decent base damage. The cooldown seems to be pretty low too. But yeah, so I'm just wondering what you guys are thinking about this. I think it's a mix between a buff and a nerf. I mean, the mana thing, it's lowering the sustain she gave to team fights, but at the same time, it's raising her utility in team fights to something extremely well. To where I feel like as soon as this launches, we're going to see a lot more Soraka. And I hope so too, because she's one of the supports I personally myself like, but she's hard to play with in lane, and hopefully this will address her weaknesses, which is obviously what Riot's going for. But so, leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. Do you think this is a complete and total, like, crazy buff to her? Do you think this is a stupid nerf to her? Do you think this will bring her into the current meta like Riot's obviously trying to do? Do you think it's not really going to change anything? Do you think she'll be played in the mid lane so she can get a crap ton of AP and use that big, juicy AP scaling on her heal now? Or do you think she's going to just be more into the support role? Do you think we're going to just see solid tank Sorakas that are going to do a crap ton of damage? Because I do feel like this could do quite a bit. This could do quite a bit. This could do quite a bit. Damn it, computer. If you just go full tank, which is pretty cool. Typically, armor and magic resist doesn't have that much, but I feel like that might change later on. I feel like if anything's going to change, it'll probably be that. Or the heal. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like. If you guys have opinions, feel free to put them in comments. I'm actually really interested in this subject right now. I actually wish there was more PvE stuff like this, like the Cassiopeia thing. I might go over that in a little bit, but I'm sure people have already seen that like crazy now. So just tell me what you guys think. Leave a like if you like. Leave a subscribe if you want more. I plan on doing pretty much anything at this point with my YouTube channel, whether it's League, whether it's Dominion, ARAM, 3v3, 5v5, normals. Eventually I'll get to ranked. Ascension, I'll probably do a little bit of that later on today. If I decide to sleep, I might not. Anything in League. League's pretty damn fun. And then I'm definitely going to branch it off into other things too later on. I actually have a faster than light video I will be posting soon, if not have already posted by now. And so yeah, leave a subscribe if you're looking forward for me to play more crap, and only if you want. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later.